Okay, hello and welcome to another episode of Omsam Podcast. I have an amazing guest today, Gisele Seto. She's an author of Tying It All Up, Beyond Trauma, Nutrition, and Holistic Bodywork, and she's a Thai massage specialist and a teacher trainer. And this year she's going to run a workshop and holistic weekend together with a good friend of mine, Melissa, in Panama. But today we're going to talk a lot about power of touch and beyond mind, spirit, and trauma, nutrition, and many other topics. So super excited to have you here, Gisele, today. Welcome.
Thank you, Manta. Pleasure being here.
Yeah, so how did you come to this point where you are? Because I read a lot about you. You're a Thai massage specialist, and there's a lot of things you tied up in your book from many different teachers. What led you to be here where you are today in your career or in your lifestyle approach?
Well, it's a multifaceted, multi-step journey. I'm originally from the corporate world, marketing communications, journalism, communications. That's where I worked for many years. And then I've always had a passion for health and wellness. And outside my 9-to-5 job, I used to teach group fitness. And then one day I said, oh, my muscles are getting so sore. I need to stretch. And alas, the door for yoga opened. And that led to Pilates. And then that led to Budokan yoga. That led to Ashtanga yoga. So I did some certifications in that yoga arena. And after that, I decided, well, a lot of people are complaining of sore backs and, muscular tension, stress. How do I alleviate that as somebody who works in the health and wellness field? I found yoga therapy. Yes, I did a degree in that. And then that opened another door to even deepen the therapeutic process. And that was Thai yoga massage, which is the best of the worlds of yoga and massage. Mm-hmm. So that's where I am today.
Yeah. Did you have any of, for yourself, did you have any injury in your body that you were trying to heal, or was it just a pure curiosity of like going into this more healing and Thai massage?
My first incident was a very sore back and sore knees from doing a lot of aerobic dance, a lot of tennis, a lot of workout on traditional cardio machines. So being involved with the circle of yoga healers, I felt much better. And then just as I thought, I was turning my life around, better lifestyle, slowly transitioning out of the corporate world into, a more balanced beat in life. In 2012, I came down with breast cancer. But that was actually the beginning of another beautiful journey, because it sort of let me reevaluate where I was in life and where I wanted to be. And I told myself that, despite everything that I'm doing to be healthy, why do I have breast cancer? And the answer came to me. It was kind of a gift for me to experience and then to get over it. Everybody said, no problem. You're going to be able to turn poison into nectar, and this is just a little bump in the road. Yeah. And thanks to, a lot of people that are around me at that moment in 2012, I overcame, that whole journey of, surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, and I started researching even more crazily, into every healing aspect, both from the Eastern and from the Western world. And that's where I am today, actually. And the journey continues. I'm still learning. I'm still researching. And, I've been traveling back and forth to the East and, to other parts of Europe. And now I'm coming to Panama. There's much to be discovered and shared still. And I feel this is really my calling, my higher purpose in life. It's to feel, the roller coaster of life, the ups and downs, and then share my findings. And that's, my origins in journalism and communications and marketing all that are skills that are not left behind in the corporate world, but they're brought into sort of the organization, the corporation of life itself. And how am I supposed to now communicate the message and share what I know?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
sometimes beautiful. You probably find the same way, that something that you did in the past, which seems to be totally opposite. And then you're like, oh, now I know why I was a journalist, because this helps me in this Thai massage something thing.
It's
And
true.
yeah.
I mean, everything comes full circle, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, okay, now it clicks, huh? A question. You said you understood why, and what was the realization, if you don't mind sharing, during the difficult times of the breast cancer? Because you were asking yourself why, right?
Yeah, I was asking myself, why me? I pay attention to what I eat, I exercise, but yet I had a lot of stressors in my life. And some of them stem from work, some of them, from the social arena, some from, my personal stuff inside that I had to sort of clear through. And I think a lot of it is based on, whether or not you're in touch with your true self. And I wasn't really my true self. I was wearing a mask every day, being the tough superwoman, which, yes, I'm tough, but I'm also human. So getting in touch with who you really are, what you really want to do in life, and what you're meant to do here, which is what yoga addresses, who you are and what's your higher purpose. So once I was able to deal with all my issues related, it's always related to health and lifestyle and relationships, basically.
Yeah.
So once I was able to iron out all those little bits and pieces, I became much cleaner vessel to share the healing art of yoga massage, healing.
Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. That's so true, about because I hear so many, and this is, I think, everyone asks in this arena, where it's like, oh yeah, we're healthy, but then we still, oh, I get sick. I'm like, why am I getting sick? I'm doing yoga every day. I'm meditating. I should be like this. But what you're saying, yeah, sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm too stiff because I'm like trying to be all these things. Like, okay, let's observe what's happening around. Anyhow, to power of touch, what does it mean for you? How would you actually describe it to someone who is listening for the first time? I mean, we know Thai massage, yoga, this and that, but power of touch, what is it, and why is it important?
The power of touch is not just about physical touch. I'm talking about touching somebody on all of the levels: mind, body, spirit, all the koshas, all the levels, the physical and subtle layers of the body that, if you're in the yoga circle, you'll have studied that. And I think there's not enough of that. I don't mean just a tap on the shoulder, but I mean really connecting with them, with your eyes, with all your senses, with your hands. In Thai massage, it's really about communicating metta. Metta means loving kindness. In addition to techniques, regarding alleviating muscular tension, working the musculoskeletal pathways of the body, working the joints and all of that. So the manual manipulation combined with the compassionate touch, the caring, the listening, listening with your eyes, your ears, and all of that, and not just doing like a cookie cutter sequence. Really listening to what the body is telling you. That is true healing. That's the power of touch. So it's a communication that could be or could not be verbal, but it's also, it transcends all of the levels. It goes quite deep, and some of it I can't even explain in words what it is, the power of touch, but it goes, really deep.
And how do someone practices it? And on daily basis, do you go to a Thai massage? Do you just hug your neighbors, or how would you practically explain it?
Yeah, you've said the word practice so many times, and that's the key. It's practice, practice, practice. It doesn't come, with taking one course. It doesn't even come with taking 2 or 3 courses or workshops or certifications. It's really a lifelong journey, and I'm starting to realize it right now, having taken so many certifications and all sorts of healing modalities, massage techniques, and yoga and mixed movement, energetic healing, all of that. It's a daily discovery. It's a journey to walk through, and it's going to be different for everybody. The experience of a healer is very unique. And I cannot really speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself, that the more you get into it, the less you know, and the more you want to discover.
Yeah,
and
as per usual.
yes, it's a very humbling experience, actually. And it's all based on experience, trial and error, and practice, practice, practice.
And from, I suppose, scientific point of view, what happens when you are in this like power of touch, when you practice it? What happens? Why do we need it? Because I mean, I came across with more of a like theory of the touch. Well, when I was reading Osho, when he was like, yeah, till the age of like teenagers, where like our parents are affectionate, and you know, you get hugs and this and that, and then after that age, when you're a teenager, like, no, now we stop doing this because this might become sexual and not so appropriate in the society. In different societies is different, and we're basically actually, what I read recently, for women, we're allowed to touch kids, you know, to hug them and kiss them and be affectionate. But for men, actually, after that age, they're like, there's no like way of like, hey, I want to touch them. Like, no, you might be accused of something, you know. Yeah. So how do we? Oh, now I lost my question. But yeah, how do
scientifically, you were saying scientifically, how do we explain it?
Yeah, so what's happening in your body? Why do you need it? Like, what is happening there? And when we
if we're talking about yoga and massage, it's two complementary arenas that are merged together when we do Thai yoga massage. Thai yoga massage is actually a very ancient healing art. I don't know if you know, but it came all the way from an Ayurvedic doctor in India, Javaka Kumabacha, and he was appointed by the Buddha 2,500 years ago. And so this Dr. Javaka, who's an Ayurvedic doctor from India, Ayurveda meaning ancient Indian medicine from 5,000 years ago. So he came and he kept the Buddha nice and healthy. And that's how Thai yoga massage, or traditional Thai massage, or Nuad Boran is what it's called in that country, began to spread. And up to today, it's practiced. The healing touch of Thai massage is actually transferred from family member to family member to family member. People go to Thai massage therapists before they even go see a doctor, just to make sure that all the energetic and physiological pathways of the body, the muscular, the soft tissues, you know, the joints, all of that is being exercised. So it is scientific from a long time ago, from Ayurveda, which is ancient Indian medicine or life science. So it started that way a long time ago. And today, osteopathy, for example, contains a lot of the manual manipulations of Thai massage. I know that because I collaborate with a lot of osteopaths, and they tell me that a lot of the techniques resemble what they learned in osteopathy school in the classic manual manipulations. And that's why today I like to work with osteopaths, and I like to work with physiotherapists to make the Eastern and Western modalities complement each other. So for example, an osteopath will treat, realign somebody, and I will maintain that with the yoga stretches and some of the massage techniques that I use. So based on Thai massage or based on myofascial release, sometimes I fuse in Swedish oil or deep tissue kind of techniques to affect the body in both muscular tension, joint release, release of fascia, which is connective tissue, which unites divides every part of your body from your tendons, ligaments to your organs and your muscles.
Why it is important? Because that's something that I've seen now more in the past, I think, 2 years, myofascial release workshops and all that. Can you just also explain to someone who is listening for the first time, what is it? Because many people are like, oh, what are you talking about? You know.
Well, yeah, fascia, it's recently become a very hot topic. Picture a sausage, which is like your muscles, and then the transparent film, which encases the sausage. The transparent film, that's your fascia.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be the casing for your muscles, for your tendons, your ligaments, your organs. Everything is connected through fascia, and that's why it's important, because whenever we get injured, there's scar tissue that forms, and it creates, a compensation in the body that needs to be worked out. So if you work the fascia, if you do the stretching, if you do, the release of muscular tension, working on, some acupressure points, working on, some trigger points, you have a holistic remedy, a holistic solution for improving the constrictions that are in your body, all the adhesions, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really here to make people feel better. And we know that stress usually accumulates in the body, especially in areas where there was trauma, where there was an accident, where there's scar tissue. People tend, when they're in a high stress lifestyle, they'll accumulate a lot of stress, like in the neck and in the shoulders, and they walk around like this. And because our generation today is, driven by lots of time in front of the computer or with your mobile devices, we have altered posture, which didn't exist, decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we have yoga, we have various techniques that I like to merge from the Western philosophy of manual therapy that will work together as one solution to remedy, to help, in the process.
Yeah. What are so you were saying for stress, it's usually neck and shoulders. Which parts of the body do we store different parts of trauma? If just maybe something that is like most, popular, or you like really, really realize that that's a big, big thing.
Well, if we're talking about organs and you're looking at traditional Chinese medicine, for example, the emotions are stored in the liver.
Mm-hmm.
So, osteopathy will work the liver. You have Chinese medicine, acupuncture, that will work the liver by, various points that they will work on with the acupuncture needles. Acupressure will also work on those points. So, that's just an example. But depending on what philosophy, whether it's Chinese medicine or whether it's shiatsu or whether it's reflexology, it's going to be kind of similar, but a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. But
So I'm still in the research phases. I'm not an expert in,
yeah, because many times the yoga teachers will say like, oh, your emotional trauma in your hips, for example. Yeah, what's in hips? Because that's like when I go to classes, it's like pigeon pose, relief of this and that, but it's here and there, different information. What gets stored in hips?
Well, that's a good question.
No, because that's very often like, really, if you go to a yoga class, you're like, a teacher will put you in a pigeon pose, and then she's like, it's okay if you cry because there's a lot of something in your hips. I'm like, okay, but well, tell me more. But we don't see yoga classes,
To tell you the truth, I don't know much about hips, but I do know that the liver stores a lot of emotions. And that's, I'm speaking through personal experience where, I wasn't a very expressive person before. I'm much more expressive now, and I'm much more in touch with myself. And when something bothers me, I will say it, and I won't, keep it as a grudge or whatever negative emotion within me. And when you do that, there's an effect on the entire body. And some might come with the theory saying, well, that's why you had your breast cancer, for example. So I used to go to acupuncture every week for a whole year and a half before my surgery, after my surgery, during my chemo, during my radiation treatments. And that has helped me balance my yin, my yang energies. It also helped me sustain my immune system going through all of that. And I think it's worked miracles on me. And I really believe, that my acupuncture treatments, for example, along with some of the acupressure point suggestions that they indicated for me to work on, related to liver, for example, or related to some other organ, because, you put your body through various things in various stages of your life, different duresses. And some of these Chinese medicine traditions or massage, Ayurvedic type approaches will work holistically to, make you feel better. So I don't really know exactly what is stored in the hips, but I do know, for the liver, for example, it's about emotions.
No, it's super interesting. And I also like whenever I have something, I would look in, like you're saying, and Chinese medicine, what do they say? And very often you'll find the same answer for, like you're saying, like it's one organ and it's the same thing and different healing methods. East and West. What comes from the East? What comes from the West?
Well, from the East, it's the Thai massage, it's the Ayurveda, it's the yoga. All of that originated, in Thailand, in India for the yoga, the Ayurveda in India. And then in the West, I discovered, working with fascia, working, the Swedish deep tissue techniques, working therapeutic massage, working with manual approaches of osteopathy, working with physiotherapy type exercises. So a lot of it is also through experience. And, I am in touch with a lot of osteopaths and physiotherapists, and I've gone to actually a lot of osteopathic and myofascial release type treatments, so that I've experienced it for myself, and I work with these professionals to create a holistic remedy for the client.
Because one thing I wanted to ask, so coming from East, is that always they would just try to align your energy first? Would that be the biggest difference? And West would just go like, okay, you have this, but like going to body, like to the form.
Yeah, the Western approaches are more focused on the body, on the physical, and there are more elements of energy from the East. So if you look at Reiki from Japan or Shiatsu, if you look at, some of the acupressure or the marma point type approaches from India, it's to do with releasing energy, and Thai massage incorporates a lot of the Ayurvedic marma point therapies. So yes, from the East, it's more energetic. It's more about the subtle body, but it's also, somewhat physical. But if you were to, create a general statement, yes, I would say, it's more about in the West, the clinically proven, visible, physically visible results.
Yeah, because you mentioned that before when you were saying, they would send first to actually see how your energy is, and then you go and heal something. So I think for me, it's like, okay, is that the biggest difference? Because I haven't been diving too much into that, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if you go to an Ayurvedic doctor, or if you go to a traditional Chinese medicine doctor, they will look at how the energy flows by checking your pulse in your wrist and looking at the color of your eyes and checking out, the appearance of your tongue, for example. And then the Western approaches will be more like checking your posture and feeling, where the muscles are, where the tensions, where the injuries are. It's very physical, alignment of the spine and so forth.
Yeah, but it's beautiful to blend it together.
Exactly.
Like that.
I blend it together because I've gone through it and it resonates with me. I've experienced the results on my body. And when I propose it to others, they see the benefits as well. And, I'm not the only one doing this. The blend of Thai massage with Western techniques such as osteopathy, athletic therapy, it's not new. A lot of people are doing it. But I just hope that by continuing my research and, evangelizing the benefits of the two, that more people will be doing it for the benefit of everyone
Yeah.
globally.
So talking about benefit for everyone, where can you go and share? Where can you go and receive all this and community? The importance of community in all this healing of touch.
Well, it depends where you are located in the world, but I do know that there are Thai yoga or traditional Thai massage practitioners everywhere. I don't know if in some countries or in some cities, they tend to form, a tighter community, and in others, it's just emerging, and maybe there isn't a hub yet, but maybe it's, imminent.
Mm-hmm.
I know last year I traveled to Lebanon, and I'm going back there again this year. For them, Thai massage is beginning. It's just starting. It's not very well known because massage is done by physiotherapists, and even osteopathy is pretty new in Lebanon. I have just, one friend who's an osteopath who does osteopathy there, and he comes from a physiotherapy world. And he says that a lot of the therapists who are physiotherapists there do also massage. So osteopathy and Thai massage is something brand new. It's a new, there are two arts that we're introducing into the equation, and a wave of early adopters have already emerged from our trainings.
A question about vision for the worldwide wellness. How would you see the world in a perfect healed place or being healed as in the process? What's your vision?
I think I would like to see that people rely on both East and Western methodologies and can combine them and can see the pros and cons of each and where is it most applicable at that moment, depending on what the issue is with the body. I could only hope that people would learn, more about the ancient healing art of Thai massage, how it's being applied in Thailand, and how they could apply it here. It's very simple. Thai yoga massage is basically a passive form of yoga. It's like going to a yoga class, but somebody's doing it for you, or going to a yin yoga class and somebody's doing the stretches for you. And all you have to do is stay in this meditative, relaxed state while somebody in also a relaxed, meditative state does the work of flowing with you and taking you from one posture to another. So that in itself is beneficial. It's not a mystery. Yoga is becoming, prevalent around the world. And so Thai yoga massage is growing exponentially now, and it will just soar in the next 10, 20 years, I'm sure. And if people could also look at other research done in the arenas of Chinese medicine or osteopathy or physiotherapy or athletic therapy, and just sort of merge all of that together and use what they feel is right in that moment, and just have lots of tools in their toolbox. So whether you're planning to do it professionally or not, just like Thai massage has been practiced in Thailand, passed down from family to family, and they weren't necessarily doing this professionally. They were just doing it to comfort each other in the family and take care of each other. So I think there's something for everybody to learn, whether or not they want to have it as part of their job. I think if you go home tomorrow and you tell your mom and dad that oh, I've learned all these sequences from Thai massage and I've learned the benefits and how to apply it. Can I practice on you? Nobody will say no.
Exactly. Who would say no?
It's one of those life skills that
Yeah.
it's indispensable. It's such so important to have. And it's a way to connect or to reconnect. I mean, how often do we go to our grandparents, for example, and aside from giving them a hug, what if we, decided to help them stretch and get their blood circulation going, increase their joint, their achy joints, their range of motion? And this is something that everybody could do just by listening, just by practicing,
Yeah.
just by wanting to help the person beside you feel better.
Exactly, because that's how I've been always feeling like come to yoga, but some people are like, nah, it's like too difficult. And then because Melissa was giving the workshops in my retreats, and I think it was, well, we worked together for I think at least 5 times. I've been doing all the little workshop thing for Thai massage. And then I went back home to Latvia and I was like, okay, brother, come here. I'll stretch you. I'll do this a little bit, that. And then, the next evening, someone was like, oh, can I have this? can I be on the floor laying there and you stretching me? Please, please, please.
Definitely.
Yeah. And it's so nice to actually see like, okay, it took a couple of minutes and the other person is feeling much better. What did I do? Not too much, but it's amazing. Like, and yeah, I absolutely love it. So next, let's dive into what's going to happen in Panama. So the weekend of feeling great and workshops and holistic healing. Tell me more about that and to the listeners.
I'm going to be teaching the foundations of Thai massage. You don't have to have experience with yoga. You don't have to have experience with massage. Anybody can come in as long as they don't come in with an injury to their knees or their back that prevents them from moving. I'm just going to teach them the foundations. And even if you have a little bit of an ache and pain there, or you can't kneel down or something, I'll give you a modification of how you can work around it. Because, as practitioners and yoga teachers or whatever, we are prone to injury because our work is physical. And, I've injured my knee doing triathlons, believe it or not. And I've had to work around not being able to bend or kneel down. So for people who have, some temporary issues, there are workarounds. So there's something for everybody in the foundations of Thai yoga massage. It's just a weekend. And we're also going to combine practitioner best practices. So it's not just about the physical, the emotional, like we talked about, and it's also about the food that we ingest. We are what we eat. So we also have Yolanda from Panama who will be present to talk to us about superfoods. As practitioners, we need to be well nourished so that we can be our best to heal or facilitate the healing of others.
So for someone who would come to this first time with no knowledge of Thai massage, what would I walk away with? How would I be different after the weekend like that? What would I know?
Well, you will be able to do about a 1-hour massage. A very simple foundations massage. We will advise you on how to not injure yourself giving massage. We will teach you how to listen to the body, how to evaluate posture, and how to correct any issues in posture, how to alleviate any pains, maybe in the back or in the knees or in the neck, how to release muscular tension. Very simple, foundational routines. It's going to be mostly about listening and observing.
Yeah, beautiful. And the place and the dates, when is it happening?
It's going to be happening June 14, 15, and 16, about 45 minutes away from Panama City in a place called Finca Valle Escondido. I've never been there, but Melissa has. Melissa Quintero is my colleague, which I'll be teaching with there. She was a student of ours in Bahamas with my master, Kem Tai Chow, who's the pioneer in Thai massage in North America. And I studied and I was mentored by him to teach. So I'm very honored to be collaborating with Melissa on this retreat weekend. So June 14, 15, 16 in Finca Valle Escondido, June 14, 15, and 16. So it's a full weekend in nature with wildlife, with, you know, a pool to swim in and beautiful nature.
Yeah.
So you can't ask for better to, you know, just step outside your box, your comfort zone, and be in touch with nature again, and, you know, what healing is all about.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I haven't been to the place, but I saw the pictures as well. It looks amazing. I mean, Panama, outside of Panama City, like once you get to the little bit of jungle, it's always amazing. So there's no chance of failing that. So that's it's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Oh, I look forward to seeing you there, and Melissa as well.
I know. A last question. How would someone start practicing, even maybe without knowing too much about Thai massage or touch? Do you have a simple tip, like what should someone do today to get more in touch with the touch?
Just like with yoga, when you just close your eyes for a moment and get in touch with all of your senses, reconnect with your breath, and just take a moment to be quiet and just be. In that moment, so much magic will happen. You will be in the right state to transfer all of your healing powers. And everybody has healing powers, super healing powers that are there to help the person that you're working with get in touch with their own self-healing powers. So it's the two of you working symbiotically to produce the effect. So it just doesn't come from the practitioner's side, but it's this connection, this communication that happens, that ignites when two people can connect on a level that is appropriate at that moment. It will be different in every case, but that's the first step, in my opinion.
Okay. Can I ask you a favor? Could you do that with me for a minute?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So I invite you to close your eyes and just be. Just take a moment to observe how your mind feels, how your body feels. So let your breath inhale through the nose and as far down as you can feel your breath. As you exhale, just let every muscle in your body relax. And just erase any wrinkles in your forehead, any tension in your jaw, your temples. And let your spine just elongate a little bit more while your shoulders release downwards. And as you continue to draw awareness to your breath, allow it to explore all of the channels in your body. Let your breath create new channels. So now that you have a clear picture of your breath working within your mind and your body, connect with the exterior world through your senses. Your eyes are still closed. And just feel the energy between your palms. If you want, you can start to rub the palms together and feel that energy. When your palms have become hot enough, you can slowly peel them apart. Feel that energy as you slowly open the eyes and begin your session. Open your eyes.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you. That was a beautiful moment.
That's the moment of now. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, and I'm really looking forward to the workshop in Panama. And yeah, who knows what else?
Oh, that's how it started with me. I mean, somebody told me in yoga therapy school about Thai massage, and I got curious about it. And the moment that I received my first Thai yoga massage, I knew that's what I wanted to do next. So bit by bit, it's an exploration, and then you can put it in your toolbox along with all your other tools, and use them whenever you can, wherever possible. And it's one of those healing arts that's a life skill, and you can use it professionally or not, and you'll never get tired of it. And if you do it professionally, it's something that you don't need to retire from.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing.